Super great morning, everybody. Super great morning out there. Super great morning. Super great morning, Instagram. Super great morning, Facebook. Super great morning, YouTube family. We are family. Come on. I see you coming in. It is exciting. It is an exciting Saturday morning to be here, to be back, to be in the true swing of things. Yeah. How y'all doing? As you can tell, yes, I'm having a good time. We have to have a good time in the things that we do. Was it Marc Jacobs that said, do what you love and do it a lot? I think along that lines, fashion icon Marc Jacobs would say that. So hopefully this music is not overwhelming and that sounds good and looks good. I'm going to take it down a little bit. I'm going to get ready to get started, but I just wanted to wish you all a super, super great morning. It's a blessing to be here. All right. Super great morning again, everybody. I know I just can't stop saying that. I'm excited. You have to know I've missed you all tremendously. Have you missed me? I think you did. I love you and thank you so very, very much. I truly just want to thank you. Last week was a week with a lot of challenges, but this week is something totally different and new. And thank God for that. So welcome to the Mitch Race podcast today. And I want to thank you all for being here. And I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna be before you long, but I just want to tell you that, of course, I am Mitch Race, and I help seasoned and middle-aged men who are professional men and women who are unclear, unfocused, distracted, don't know their value, gain clarity and vision, so they can become the best version of themselves while earning their desired high-level income to match their image. I hope you all have had a really wonderful and amazing week out there and have one to come. I just kind of wanted to say that in today's topic, that in our communities and on social media, we hear a lot. We hear a lot of talk. Some absolutely valuable talk about value. And we're talking a lot, and there's a lot of conversation and trendiness surrounding personal value, because we are concerned about our own personal value. We talk about how valuable we are, and we should. And we ask, and I ask, and are you getting value? We ask that during our podcasts. We ask that during our conferences, and we want to make sure we're checking the temperature of the audience and even asking often that you let us know if and when you are getting that value. Let us know when you're live. Let us know whether or not you're checking this out on replay, but let us know that you're getting value, please. And of course, we sincerely mean that. When there's something noticeably said on a podcast, we stand ready. And we're only too happy to drop that V when it's someone else, or to let them know that they said something that resonates within us, that they said something of value that truly gave us value. We want them to know that we received value. Sometimes they are big moments that happen, and sometimes they're almost imperceptibly small, but we know one thing, and that is that value is given. We want to let them know that value is given. And that there is value, it is important enough to let it be known and to let it be expressed to others that, yeah, we got value. I was doing a morning walk or morning jog or walk, run, or whatever it is that you want to call it, that I regularly do in my community. And I'm very aware of the energy in my community when I go out. I'm very aware and conscious about whatever is going on in the neighborhood of people. Some people I know out there, obviously, are people who I don't know, but I'm saying good morning and just wishing people well sometimes. For the most part, that's part of what I think is community service. It's important to engage with your community. And But my mind and my body and my spirit, they are always in some way. It just feels like it wants to support the value of the community. It wants to let the community know that it's valuable. And so I kind of go out of my way in some ways. But this particular morning that I was returning home, I noticed that we have a dilapidated playground that had been in a very poor condition for a long time. And to walk by it was just like a travesty. I felt like it was like the worst thing. I'm going like, oh, this is just awful. Kids are not, not enjoying themselves. They can't enjoy the playground. Adults and even and kids. The only thing was there was a basketball court, and that still needed some repair as well. And the and in just the neighborhood, it just felt like, okay, the kids have nowhere to be. People have nowhere to really be. And we need to elevate the value of this. They need to get this thing fixed. And finally, I was coming back from my walk. I did see the barricades when I was leaving. When I was coming back, I saw that they had started moving the barricades and everything like that, and that there was actually more to the project. And I was talking to this gentleman that was moving the barricades around, but he was like a supervisor, and I was just so emotionally taken back by the amount of work that he was doing and that his people were doing, that I just wanted to let him know how much I appreciated that on behalf of the community, that we were so happy to see them. And I don't know if they're going to get those accolades or not. I pray that they do, because they do deserve it, because it's important work. Our community is valuable, and our kids and our people and our adults and just anyone who wants to partake of of um, of a decent place to be and to live and to play and maybe just to have a coffee. We appreciate that. That's important to let people know. So he was really nice, friendly, accepting, humble, happy to interact with me. I was happy to interact with him, answering questions. He even pointed out the sign that showed when this project was going to be completed. He wanted me to know that. And I got just a feeling that they cared, that he cared. And I really appreciated that. So I say all that to say that it just inspired my thinking, and it gave me a chance to pour some value, because it gave me a chance to pour some value into him and into his people, to let them know that this was more than maybe you even think. This is bigger than you even know and understand. But I do want you to know how valuable you all are, and how much value you and your crew brought to the neighborhood. So this kind of brings us to the setting of this morning's podcast: 3 ways to show others that they are valuable. 3 ways, just 3 ways. There are more, but we got time for 3. And I'd like to reframe this in a way that spotlights and supports a little deeper thinking, that there are many of these opportunities in our lives to raise the self-esteem of others and ourselves when we show others that they are valuable. Raise their image, raise their self-esteem, raise their sense of value to themselves. And that's important. When we learn, understand, and incorporate these ways to show others that they are valuable. Let's get it started, okay? Give your undivided attention. That's the first way. The very first way that I think that you can show others that they are valuable is to give your undivided attention. One thing that I am happy with and that I feel is a blessing, I honestly feel that you all are giving me your undivided attention. That is your A game. And I appreciate that. I want to give you, and I feel like I am giving you my undivided attention, because you are valuable. I couldn't wait to get here. I probably even missed some things, but I will tell you, I could not wait to get here, to be here with you. And I mean here with you. When I say that, I feel that. I feel you are here with me. I feel that when I speak, I feel that when you are watching this, whether you're watching this live or whether you're watching this on the replay, that you get it. You really do. And you are receiving it, that you're receiving that energy, because I'm receiving it from you. I'm receiving your love. I'm receiving your thoughts. I'm receiving your prayers. I'm receiving your value. But that's because you give it and the way that you give it. So I think that giving your undivided attention, yes, let's do our best to give people our undivided attention and regularly show gratitude for the presence of others and acknowledge their efforts, both big and small, and spend meaningful time. This is meaningful time. It means a lot to me by the fact that you all can spend time with me because you all have things going on Saturday mornings. You have families, you have kids, you have things that you're doing. You have school, you have projects, you have work, you have things that you are in the process of moving along with. So I value your time and I thank you for that time that you spend with me because I consider this meaningful, valuable time that we get to connect with each other. We have to make the most of that phone call or even that chance meeting in the street of that longtime acquaintance that happened to me yesterday. And then I just wanted to stretch that moment out because it felt so good. It felt really, really good and amazing to be in the company of not only that person that I had not seen in so very long, but also the next people that I was going to meet up with because this was a chance meeting. And I just wanted to embrace that opportunity just to be with them and connect with them and talk because they were really going through a circumstance. And we got the opportunity to talk and even pray together. And the next people that I was meeting with my more family to serve with and enjoy and share some laughs. Even though it was work, there was work involved in that too. But we have to make the most of those meetings and those chance meetings that just happen on the fly, those things that we can't explain that God puts in our way, that we don't even know how that could have happened any other way. Stretch those moments out. Yeah. So even if we meet someone, we have to do our best within that moment to give undivided attention if it's someone new. Because sometimes in that moment of undivided attention, that's a long time friendship. That's a long time family ship. That's even sometimes a long time business associate. And they are family and they are valuable. Not just from a money standpoint, but it's from the standpoint that you will change their life. It changed their life by them meeting you. You enriched their life on some level. And that's what it's about. So again, we have to do our best. Let's do our best to focus on the person, on how they're doing or how they're feeling. That's undivided attention. We have to sometimes make more of an effort to give undivided attention because we can be and often are easily distracted. Let's face it, we know this, whether it's electronic or something else going on, whether it's in our heads, we have things going on in our lives. There's outside life going on around us, and we can be incredibly distracted. Adding a little more focus is something that we can do, and paying a little more attention can make the difference in showing others that they are valuable. As part of giving our undivided attention, that part is to listen actively. One of the most powerful things and powerful ways to show someone that we value others, that what they have to say or saying is valuable, is to practice active listening. We can float sometimes. We can go places in our minds, in our imaginations, while someone may be telling us something that is of utmost importance to them or even you or us. And it's not always easy. But this is called practice. This is practice active listening. It's certainly not easy for you, and I guarantee you it is not easy for me at times. But it's something that we get to choose to, love to, and should want to really practice, because active listening is a skill that is worth developing. Make eye contact. One of the most human things we can do is to show others that they are valuable, is to look them in the eye and remind them that they are valuable, that they are seen, that they are heard also, that they matter, that they count, that when we're looking at them, we're not seeing dollar signs, or that we're not seeing how they look maybe from a physical perspective, or whether they're attractive or not attractive, because everyone has beauty. But we're tuned into them, that we actually care, we actually see something of value in that person, because we want to be seen the exact same way, no matter what it is we feel we look like. Sometimes maybe we don't even feel like we look like much, maybe because of the clothing that we're wearing, or maybe because of the fact that we haven't put on makeup or shaved or combed our hair. But that does not make us less valuable. It does not make you less valuable. It does not make that person less valuable. And that is a hard thing. Physicality is a hard thing. Physicality is a hard thing to wrap itself around and separate yourself from, if you maybe have a stereotype, or maybe a mean streak of just like not being able to look at people and just go, oh, wow, that person's not attractive. But they matter. And it's hard. And it's something, though, but that we have to work on, so that we can show others, talk to others, look them in the eye and tell them that they are valuable. We have to be able to do that. A lot of people have challenges with making eye contact. It's important. But quick sidebar, this is something that you can also do for yourself. You can also look yourself in the eye and in the mirror when you don't feel like you're as attractive as you are, and say something nice to yourself too. Say something, make eye contact, because it's inspiring. It can be. People have challenges in making eye contact with others. They also have challenges in making eye contact with themselves. Looking at ourselves and speaking to ourselves is not easy, for whatever reason. And there are a lot of reasons behind that too. But this can be such a blessing, really, to others. It can really be a true blessing to others. It can be warming, reassuring, encouraging, inspiring. Eye contact as another way to show others that they are valuable. Make time to connect. Make time to connect. Making time to connect with others is a great way to show how much we value them. This is another one of those not so easy things to do, but it's probably one of the most valuable things we should do, and could put a little more effort into it, myself included. We can put a little more effort. I know that I can, into making time to connect. Because let's face it, there are times we spend time doing other things that we don't need to be doing, and doing other things with people we don't need to be doing it with, that we can take that time into making a connection, connecting with people, getting back with people, reconnecting with people, people that inspire us, people that make us feel wonderful, people that just need to connect. And that's a really important point. If we connect with, if we plan to connect with something, and what I'm trying to say is this: if we reconnect and plan something with people, then let's do our best to stick it out. Let's do our best to hold ourselves accountable to sticking out and carrying out the plan with people that we said we would do. because we often get very distracted. It happens again with me. Aren't there times in our lives where someone is on our mind, or we get a call, or we're reminded, or even now on social media, we see a post and reminds us that there are people that we need to connect to and connect with? So let's do our best. Let's do our best to connect to connect with people. Let's do our best. Let's do our best while we still have some time to do just that. Let's make a conscientious effort to reach out a little bit more. I heard a podcast earlier this week from one of the members of the community, which was really amazing. And I'm sure that she's on this podcast too. But the podcast talked about the human touch. And that is something that I feel very strongly about too. And it was one of the best things that I had heard all week. Her message was one of the best messages I heard all week, bar none, about the human touch. And she noted how distracted that we are too, and how we don't reach out the way that we should with each other. We don't look at each other the way that maybe we should. We don't necessarily have to glare into each other's eyes, but surely we can cast a glance and let that glance be meaningful, if I'm making any sense. Let it be noted that we are trying, that we're looking to connect, and that we're not afraid to connect. And I know that there's a lot to be fearful out in this world, why people don't look at each other and why we don't look at each other too long. Yes, all of those things, and there's discernment involved. But let's not lose the human touch. Let's show people how valuable that they are. Let's do things so they can see how valuable they are to us, what people mean to us, and what we mean to each other. I'm going to do something valuable today. I'm going to a birthday celebration of my mom's best friend, who is 100. Well, she's actually 100 on Halloween, but she's 100. And that's inspiring. That is amazing. She survived my mom, his best friend. And we're going to celebrate her life. We celebrate every time we get together anyway. But I'm so looking forward to being part of that. It's my goal to be a part of that celebration and just to really show her how valuable she is. I hope you all received tremendous value today, and that you take one or two of these thoughts with you today, really, and show others just how valuable they are. Because I want you to know that I see you and that I hear you, that you matter, that you are valuable, that your self-esteem matters, that your self-confidence matters, how you see yourself matters, how other people even see you. That matters too. But you need to know that you matter. And I see you and I hear you. Let's help other people know that they matter and that they are valuable and that they're seen. Have an amazing Saturday and an amazing weekend, folks and family, really. And until the next podcast, reframe your vision, reframe your value, and reframe your victory. Thank you so very much for spending your time and being here again with me on the Mitch Race podcast. And God bless you. Enjoy that weekend. I'll see you again soon. I am going to go over now, though, before I leave. I'm actually going to go over to Instagram. I thought I wanted to end it, but I'm going to go over to Instagram and spend a minute while I can, because it doesn't save our messages, and I think that these are important and valuable. And I want to go over and see some of these fine, fine people here. Look at this. Extreme value this morning. Thank you. God bless her. All right. Yeah, God bless Miss Cynthia. We got a lot of messages to go through. Praying for Tony Smith. I got to give him a shout out. Love you, my brother. Amen. Undivided attention. Thank you so very much. Good morning. Good morning. Value 100, two muscles. So true, to get distracted. Yeah, distracted. Telling it, conscientious effort. That's right. Human touch. That's right. Yes, to human touch. We have forgotten to show our human touch to connect to others, or just a pat on the back and handshake and a smile. Yes, I'm going to tell you who she is. I'm going to shout her out anyway. Nettie. God bless her. God bless her, Miss Cynthia. Yes. Extreme value this morning. Yeah, blessing. God give her many more. Yes. Yours is tomorrow. Happy birthday, Nettie. Celebrating with friends today for my birthday. Thank you, Mitch. Love this podcast. Thank you so very much, sir. I'm going to have to get some names here. I have to do it. Anthony Smith. Thank you. Always destined for greatness, Sonia Dungy. Thank you. All of you out there, thank you. Thank you for the Mitch Race podcast. Thank you, Mitch Race. Thank you, SDS Gratitude, Sean Gratitude. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Thank you, Stay Sexy Wellness, for being here. Don Allen, Coach Don Allen. Thank you, JL, Jill Krause. I believe it's Jay Krause, Jana Krause. Yeah, Jana Krause. Alex Cruz, longtime friend from the neighborhood family. Love you, Alex. Wonderful. I want to thank you all again. This was a little longer, perhaps, just to say thank you, but if we can do it, I think we should do it. And it was my call. It's my podcast. I'm going to do what I want. I'll talk to you all soon. God bless you. And thanks for the laughs and the good times, and always for being here. You all are destined, always destined for greatness. And the most amazing people on the planet. Talk to you soon. This time, Mitch Race out.